Hi everyone, this is my discussion for empathy related to Walter's case. What we say and how we say it is so important for effective communication and building and maintaining a therapeutic relationship. Empathy is appropriate to use when listening and responding to our patients. Empathy is instead of I'm sorry, it's I recognize. And empathy also is compassionate care without pity, judgment, or bias. Sympathy um, can be easily confused with empathy, but sympathy can come off as dismissive, and a patient might, like Walter, may feel uh, like a response such as I'm so sorry that you've had this experience, or I understand. He may take this um, as I feel sorry for you, and he may feel that he's not being heard, and he may feel that you're dismissing his concerns like they aren't important, and it may make him feel as if you pity him, or that you're seeing him as a charity case, and nobody wants to feel like that. No one wants to be made feel like you feel bad for that. Like, what I mean is that no one wants to be looked down upon, and I think that Walter would feel this way if his healthcare, uh, his nurse, would respond in this manner. Uh, so, um, going back to the phrase I'm so sorry for you, or I'm sorry that you are experiencing this. So, like for me, I'm sorry is I have taken this as dismissive in my own when I've experienced this from friends, family, healthcare professionals. Um, so I know firsthand how it to make you feel that your needs are not important, or they are being dismissed, or that it's a phrase said of obligation, that you're not really care and that you don't really care. You're saying it because you have to, and I think Walter would feel the same. So phrases like that can also potentially provoke a frustrated response, and I do believe that it would make Walter feel worse, and it would make him feel sad. Um, like I said, it would make him feel like his concerns are not being dismissed or heard, even though the healthcare professional uh, would not mean to make Walter feel this way, and would intend uh, a phrase like "I'm so sorry" uh, to be empathetic, and to um, be a therapeutic communication, but it is not received that way, or may not be received that way, or may not be taken that way. I believe that Walter uh, would not receive it. A phrase like "I'm so sorry." I believe that he would not receive that phrase to be empathetic or therapeutic, part of therapeutic communication. instead of helping him, it would be a hindrance. And instead of helping form the therapeutic relationship, a phrase like that would slow down the development of a therapeutic relationship that Walter desperately needs to provide the best care possible for him. Also with also with therapeutic communication and effective therapeutic relationship, Walter would be more apt to discuss his concerns, and he would have he would have an easier time understanding what's being taught to him, and also he would have just a better experience with healthcare, and he would feel that he's being provided a better quality of care. What should we say instead of "I'm sorry"? To Walter or to anyone, I recognize is better, or getting the patient, like Walter, to explain, we did ask how can I help? How can I improve what you're going through? How can I help make that better? How can I correct this? Or I recognize that must have been very challenging. Can you tell me more about that? How do you feel? So, just a second here. What can I do to make things right? And when building a therapeutic relationship, we must use caution, and we must use the phrase I understand with caution is what I'm talking about, because unless we've walked a mile in Walter's shoes, we've gone through a similar situation, experienced similar experiences, as Walter, endured similar struggles, and endured similar health conditions as Walter has. We do not understand. How could we? We can only imagine. And we can have an educated guess to what he's going through based on our own knowledge and our own clinical experiences. So, the phrase "I understand" can negatively affect the process of building a therapeutic relationship. This phrase, with a patient such as Walter, would not be empathetic towards his condition, and would not be helpful, and would not be helpful in building a therapeutic relationship with the empathy that would make such a big difference to Walter. Second here, I just lost my base. Empathy is a key building block for the formation of a therapeutic relationship, and is an essential component of therapeutic communication, and is also vital when practicing patient-focused care that each one of our patients desperately needs to avoid having patients like Walter in similar situations, having to endure repeated tests, communication errors, advanced disease processes, or like what I mean by advanced disease processes, I mean ones that could have been avoided or decreased or slowed down if effective communication and patient-focused care was practiced. Also, with Walter, I believe that if Walter was treated with empathy, that his situation would have improved, where he would have felt less alone and would have less of a negative effect on his mental well-being, and he would have felt that his needs are recognized, and that there would be fewer gaps in communication. And also, I believe that teaching would have been provided in a more effective manner, so that he could have had tools to manage his diabetes better, and also manage like his and perhaps slow down his kidney failure as well. And also, I believe with therapeutic communication and patient-focused care and empathy, he would like services and resources would have been provided to him, so that and that would improve the overall care provided to him, and also improve his quality of life, and many more aspects that I discussed in the previous discussion. So and like I said, the care provided to Walter would be impacted greatly for the better, and I believe that his story would have ended with a more positive note. Alright, so that is the end of the discussion. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it didn't stutter too much. I'm very tired. Please excuse me. Alright, bye.